In the UFC, every few months the internet rediscovers the same ancient martial arts truth. Grappling beats striking. It's a circle of life and it's certain, like taxes or Conor McGregor getting coked up and going on a rampage on Twitter. UFC 322 gave us another reminder when Islam Makhachev, former lightweight champion and Dagestani experiment, absolutely shut out Jack Della Maddalena. But this isn't a new revelation and it's not shocking. It's not even controversial. It's been true since the dawn of time. So today, we're going to break down why grappling still rules in MMA, why striking is secretly the side quest, and why you see elite strikers look helpless after someone grabs their legs. People act like MMA is complicated. Today you need wrestling, BJJ, Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing, and apparently a minor in Dagestani leg rides. But when martial arts first bumped into each other, in those ancient VHS tapes of the early UFC, the question was stupidly simple. Who wins, a striker or a grappler? And the answer was immediate, brutal, and repeatedly demonstrated on sweaty men with ponytails. Grapplers win. Almost always. If you put a boxer against a wrestler in a real fight, 9 times out of 10 the boxer dies. Not metaphorically, literally. He gets picked up, put down, and gently escorted to the afterlife. And it went beyond just UFC chaos. It's physics, it's biomechanics, and leverage. There's a man with cauliflower ear refusing to let you stand up and use your game. Here's the uncomfortable truth for striking purists. Striking has luck, grappling pretty much doesn't. In striking, you can land the perfect punch by accident. Fists collide at random angles, a guy slips and boom, he's unconscious. People call it a beautiful knockout, but a lot of the times it's just physics rolling dice. Grappling is the opposite. No one accidentally completes a single leg, passes guard, takes a back, and finishes a choke. There's no such thing as a lucky Kimura. You can't sneeze and land a textbook butterfly sweep. You don't just accidentally turn somebody into a pretzel. Grappling is harder, more complex, less forgiving, and infinitely more replicable under pressure. And that's why, decade after decade, it remains a dominant art in MMA. MMA today isn't like the 90s. Everyone cross-trains. Strikers learn takedown defense, grapplers learn striking. So in theory, the gap should have closed. But in practice, grapplers are still eating good. Because while strikers add grappling defense, grapplers add striking pressure. And guess which one scales better? When a striker tries to stop wrestling, they're learning to survive. When a grappler adds striking, they're learning to kill. That's why champs like Khabib, Islam, John Jones, Usman, Cejudo, and Prime GSP all sit somewhere between wrestler and I'm going to put you into the earth's mantle. And it's why pure strikers almost never dominate long term. Think about what grappling actually gives you. It gives you where the fight happens, how fast the fight goes, how much damage is exchanged, whether your opponent can breathe, and whether your opponent can move. Striking gives you kicks, punches, knees, and elbows, which is cool, but grappling gives you the steering wheel, the brakes, the gas pedal, and the keys to the car. A striker can't force you to stand without grappling. A grappler can force you to not stand without striking. A striker can't stop a clinch, and a grappler can choose to clinch whenever they want. Grapplers force the fight onto their terms. Right now, we're in the golden age of grapplers. Dagestan has basically become the Harvard of smashing people.
Tomorrow night, I'm gonna smash your boy, guys.
Their kids wrestle before they walk, and you're learning the Russian alphabet while simultaneously drilling single legs. It's an entire region optimized for producing fighters who treat striking like a polite suggestion. And that's how you get dudes like Khabib and Islam. Athletes who are so overwhelmingly grappling oriented that striking becomes the appetizer and not the main course.
Zeke, Rufus, Jeep, Billy Bob, Billy Jim, Billy, Banana Fan, Billy, Doug, Enos, Julio, Fletcher McGee, Rainchild, Zeke Jr.
I get it!
At UFC 322, the lesson was delivered once again. Jack Della Maddalena, who's an elite boxer, has great timing and beautiful combinations, ran into the grappling wood chipper. The moment Islam grabbed him, the fight belonged to Islam. Not a debate, not competitive, not a stylistic puzzle. Islam dictated the space, the pace, the distance, the tempo, the exchanges, and the entire fight IQ dynamic all through grappling pressure. Jack had hands, but Islam had control of reality, and that's the difference. Right now, we're going to get into one of the most misunderstood concepts in all of MMA. Grappling matters even when you're not striking. Striking does not matter when you're grappling. And I'm going to break that down in painful detail. Striking only exists because the grappler allows it. So let me repeat that. Striking happens on the grappler's terms. Distance, grappling controls it. Tempo, grappling controls it. Pressure, grappling controls it. Footwork, grappling forces you to change it. Your stance, grappling forces you to modify it. Every part of striking changes the moment a takedown is a threat. That's why when a striker faces a wrestler, suddenly their striking looks worse. Not because they forgot how to punch, but because grappling is rewriting all the rules. Here's something casuals never think about. Grappling doesn't just threaten a takedown, it erases striking tools. Leg kicks become risky, high kicks become risky, spinning attacks become stupid. Switch stances, enjoy the double leg. Overcommitted combinations, congratulations, you're on your back. Grapplers don't even have to shoot to shut down 40% of your offense. Grappling also forces you into defensive striking, which isn't real striking. When you're afraid of being taken down, you stop striking freely. In other words, you're not really striking anymore. You're shadowboxing while thinking about homework. Meanwhile, striking doesn't matter when grappling starts. Once grappling begins, striking basically ceases to exist. You cannot punch your way out of a double leg. You cannot outstrike back control. You cannot jab your way out of mount. You cannot slip and rip while somebody's body locking you against the fence. Striking just stops. Go ahead, try putting somebody in a triangle choke and seeing if they can leg kick you out of it. Try putting somebody in a rear naked choke and see if they can uppercut their way to freedom. That's the whole point. Grappling is a total systems override. Grappling forces respect, striking asks for it. A striker needs your cooperation. A grappler can take everything from you whether you like it or not. You can't ignore someone clasping their hands around your hips. Watch a striker when they don't fit the takedown. They look like a god. But watch the same striker the moment a grappler level changes once. Suddenly they're standing square, throwing half speed, not planting feet, backing up constantly, not feinting the same, not kicking, not combination striking. It's like the grappler installed malware in their brain. You know why strikers look so good against other strikers? Because nobody can threaten to remove the striking phase entirely. Put a grappler in front of them and their whole style mutates instantly. Grapplers don't care about your striking unless they want to. And here's the most disrespectful part. A good grappler can decide when striking matters. Want to strike? Too bad. Fence time. Want to move? Nope. Underhooks and pressure. Want to throw combinations? Enjoy defending the level change. Grapplers use striking as a bonus feature, and strikers use grappling as a desperate survival skill. That's why grappling matters even when punches are being thrown, because grappling decides whether those punches exist at all. And striking disappears the moment grappling starts. Another reason grapplers dominate, their style ages well. Strikers depend on speed, reflexes, timing, and youth. Look at Anderson Silva and Jose Aldo. Once the quickness fades, the cracks show. Grapplers tend to hang around longer. You don't lose the ability to put someone against a fence. You don't lose the instinctive squeeze of a rear naked choke. And that's another reason grapplers stay on top longer. Every year, a new striker enters the UFC with hype. People say, he's the next Adesanya, his striking is too sharp, and he just needs takedown defense. And every year we see the same movie. They fight a wrestler, they get hugged, lifted, slammed, flattened, and turn into a collection of limbs. And here's the funniest part of all of this. Despite grappling being the dominant, proven, repeatable, championship-winning style in MMA, people still boo it. Every time fighters clinch against the fence, every time someone works for an underhook, every time a guy changes levels or foot sweeps or pummels for position, the crowd starts booing. The moment someone gets a body lock, you hear, "Boo! Stand them up! This is boring!" Grappling isn't boring, you're just uneducated. That's where fights are won, where championships are made and careers are ended. But casual fans often can't see the subtle stuff. The wrist control, the hip pressure, the underhook battle, the weight shifts, so they assume nothing's happening. And there's some truth to it. Grappling can be boring, but striking can be boring too. Some of the worst fights ever, like Lewis versus Ngannou or Namajunas versus Esparza 2, all took place on the feet.
I think there was a total of 6 punches thrown in the first round, so that's a tough one.
The truth is simple. Striking is cool, it's flashy, it gets views, and it makes highlight reels. But grappling wins fights. Grappling wins championships, and grappling wins eras. The only thing more certain than grappling beating striking is MMA fans pretending to forget that every 6 months. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment for the sake of the algorithm. I'll see you guys next time.